previous video we talked about indices and its laws, and then we are going to continue with other laws of indices. So the first one we'll be looking at is AB raised to power m. It's the same thing as saying A raised to power m multiplied by B raised to power m. Let's do an example. For example, 6 times 2 raised to power 3 is the same thing as saying 6 raised to power 3 times 2 raised to power 3. And then this is going to give us 8. This is going to give us 216. Then we can do 216 times 8. It gives us 1728. And here, so if we do 12 raised to power 3, we also give us 1728. Can you see? That is similar. So the other one is also the same rule, like saying A over B raised to power m is the same thing as saying A raised to power m over B raised to power m. Example, let's look at 6 over 2 raised to power 2. It's the same thing as saying 6 square over 2 square, which is equal to 36 over equals to 9. Okay. Let's do another one. So if we have something like A raised to power minus n, so this minus means all over. So this is saying that 1 all over A raised to power n. For example, let's say we have e.g. 7 raised to power minus 2. It's the same thing. This minus is 1 all over. This minus is 1 all over. So it's going to be 1 all over 7 square 49. So another example, another rule is that A raised to power m over n is the same thing as saying n root A raised to power m, or saying n A raised to power m. So example, e.g. we have 8 raised to power 2 all over 3. It's the same thing as saying 3 root 8 raised to power 2. Can you see? So this is going to give us 3 root 8 is 2. That is like saying 2 in 3 times square, which equals to 4. Or we can do it by saying 3 root 8 square. These two, this is it. That is it. The one at the top is the power. The one below it is the what? Root. You see? It's power. Okay. So let's continue this, which is what? 3 root 64. And then 4 times 4 times 4 is going to give us 64. Which is equal to 4.